If my toddler wasn't talking, what would I do? If you're a parent wondering about your kid's speech development, this video is for you. You're not alone in this, and there are simple, effective steps you can take right now to support their speech and language journey. Hi, I'm Megija Liva, and I've been a speech therapist for over 10 years, working both on-site and online with families around the world. In that time, I've seen parents struggle with speech delays or nonverbal kids. And I've had to turn away families because time became the most limiting factor. That's when I decided to use social media to reach more parents and share what's worked for others. Over the past year, hundreds of families have learned how to support their kids through the language development process. And I'm here today to share what you can do. If your kid is speech delayed or nonverbal, it can feel frustrating. I know that. I know how worried parents get when their kid isn't talking the way they expect. But what you may not realize is that there are simple steps you can start using today. I've developed a method based on an approach I call imitation hierarchy. It's a step-by-step process that you can use at home to encourage your kids' communication, and it doesn't require a lot of extra time. Instead of sitting down for hours doing flashcards, you can incorporate these strategies into your day-to-day routine. Now, let's break down these 7 steps you can start using to help your kid start talking. I like to think of this process like a communication cake. It's built layer by layer. Just like making a cake, communication doesn't happen all at once. But by building each layer, we get to a finished product. The goal is to get your kid using words in a natural and meaningful way. But we can't skip over the foundational steps. And here's the thing. Words are like the icing on the cake. We all love icing, but without those foundational layers underneath, there is no cake, no communication. It's these building blocks that make the words meaningful and help your kid express themselves with purpose. Without these layers, just like without a solid cake, the icing wouldn't hold up. So let's start with imitation hierarchy, which is the foundation of how kids learn to communicate. Have you seen that funny video where a baby is doing silly movements and the whole family starts mimicking him? That's the power of imitation. Imitation is one of the most essential early skills your kid needs to build communication. When your kid imitates actions, sounds, and gestures, they're learning how to connect their movements with meaning, of course. And you, as a parent, play a crucial role by imitating their actions back to them. Now let's dive into these 7 steps you can start using today to help your kid communicate. The first step is using objects to create meaning. This is where we begin connecting actions with objects. For example, showing your kid how a spoon is used to eat or a ball is used to roll. This helps them start associating items with actions and the world around them. Step 2 is all about introducing gestures. By 16 months, your child should have around 16 different gestures. There's a direct connection between gestures development and later verbal language skills. So encouraging gestures like pointing or waving or even mimicking facial expressions is a crucial step towards verbal communication. These simple gestures help your kid begin to express themselves before words come into play. Step 3 is about facial expressions. Kids learn a lot from our faces. When we show excitement or concern, they start picking up on our emotional cues and responding with their own facial expressions, which builds empathy and nonverbal communication skills. Next is step 4. We move on to play sounds. These are fun noises or babbling that encourage kids to experiment with their voices. It's an exciting step because they begin to understand that sounds can communicate feelings and intentions. In step 5, we start introducing exclamatory words, simple expressions like wow or uh-oh. These are easy for kids to say and are incredibly motivating because they can immediately communicate surprise or frustration. Step 6 is about verbal routines. You know how toddlers love repetition, right? Using familiar phrases like 1, 2, 3, all done, or let's go in a repetitive, predictable way helps kids start linking words with actions and routines, of course, making language easier to grasp. And finally, in step 7, we introduce functional single words. These are words that directly help kids express their needs, like more, help, done, or eat. These words are crucial because they give your kid the power to communicate their basic needs and wants. So, as you can see, each step builds on the one before it, creating a solid foundation for language development. This approach doesn't rely on flashcards or worksheets, but instead incorporates language learning into real-life situations, like meals, playtime, and daily routines. Remember, these 7 steps don't have to feel like another thing you need to fit into your already busy life. They can become a part of your daily interactions, making language learning a natural part of a day-to-day routine. If you don't want to waste the precious early moments and you're ready to help your kids start talking, check the link below for more details and learn how to take these first communication steps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.